Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're live. Ah. Come on, come on. Okay, good. All right, we're live. Okay, what's up, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in. This is another episode of FGC Talk, the season finale, if you would want to call it. I'm one of your hosts, Jordan. I have my esteemed panelists, as always, Mikey, Xsk Samurai, Cynistar,
How's it going, guys?
Javier,
What's up? What's up?
Mike G, Eraldo Coil,
Hey.
and then last but certainly not least, Scythe.
How's it going, folks?
All right. Today's episode is going to be kind of one of our more short. I don't know if you want to say shorter episodes or whatnot, but we're going to be talking mostly about like some big Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 4 news, and then we're going to have some match analysis videos for you guys today. We're going to pick apart some couple matches from Xsk Samurai. One of them involves me, so please don't laugh. Anyways.
It's okay. I'll be laughing at you, not with you.
Nah, that's perfectly fine at this point. I don't even care. And also, if you guys are on AEPC, there's an open lobby right now. Just going, if you guys can see in the background, I got an open lobby going during the show. So if you guys want to play some Street Fighter or whatnot, go right ahead. Anyways, let's get started with the news of the week, the Ultra Street Fighter 4 news. So basically, the first couple of news for Ultra Street Fighter 4 is they finally announced the location tests for the US. They announced that Friday, November 29th through December 1st, it'll be at Super Arcade in SoCal. They will also have the changes at Northeast Majors or Northeast Championships, NEC, in the East Coast. Capcom Cup will have them also in December, which we're all going to be a part of. And we're all going to go watch, so that should be pretty cool. And then Tough Cooking Gaming Lab in Singapore will also have the location tests. And then I think Japan got announced. Was it the other day that Japan got announced? Yesterday. Yeah, Japan's going to have a bunch of location tests. So that should be really, really interesting. The community will get their hands on the game. I know that Javier, he lives in Japan. I'm assuming you're going to try and make it out to one of those location tests, test out the game?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the one in Shinjuku. I'll try to go 2 days if I can. Friday and Saturday, just to test it out.
Ooh, make a weekend out of it.
Well, I mean,
why not?
Why not? It's everybody wants to get their hands on the game because this game is definitely very people are really, really excited to see how it goes, and also with the new changes that are coming out. Along with them announcing Red Focus a week or two back, they finally confirmed that there will be a delayed wake-up option in Street Fighter 4. So that is going to definitely change the game tremendously. So that was kind of like a rumor that was going on. So I didn't know if we were all just speculating at this point. But now Capcom has definitely confirmed it that delayed wake-up will be in the game. So I guess my first question to you guys is what do you guys think about the delayed wake-up option? Like, do you guys think it's a viable, or you guys think it's going to change up the game for the better, for the worse? Make things a lot more interesting. Mike.
Well, all I can say is,
ahead,
God. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, all I can say is, God damn it, there goes all my Vortex setups for E-Honda right out the window. GG's, Capcom.
Drop into the low tier.
Drop into the low tier, man. Hey, wasn't Honda like top 5 already? He was like top 5.
Yeah, in Super. But
well, Mike G, what do you think about the delayed wake-up options?
It changes the game a lot.
Do you think for the better or for the worse?
Too hard to tell for right now. We don't know.
Well, that's true. We don't know what the actual mechanic is. And
Yeah,
someone's
so-
got that shit good. But anyways,
So like right now it's wait, someone's echoing really bad on my.
yeah, I got a huge echo. Okay. Anyways,
Someone have this. Okay, but yeah, the delayed wake up. Yeah, it's too early to tell like how much. I mean, obviously it's really gonna affect the game. It's not gonna.
Mhm.
it's not gonna not affect the game, but we have to wait and see how it's gonna be implemented. But as of right now, I think the Vortex characters are the main ones that are gonna suffer from it.
So you're thinking like Kami, Akuma, Ibuki, those type of characters are going to suffer? Interesting. Well,
Yeah, like any Vortex, Akuma, like all of them will suffer because there goes the timing for your setups and everything. Especially if they could delay it, and supposedly there's no visual cue to know when it's happening. So like, I just don't know how like, the Vortex characters are gonna do it. I mean, yeah, I could always guess on it, but like, as far as like timing your setups or whatever, it's gonna be hard because you don't know when they're gonna wake up.
Okay. Mikey, Javier, what do you guys think? I mean, are you guys welcoming this new delayed wake up change? Because knockdowns are really, 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 really important in Street Fighter 4. So like, I don't know how. Like, I mean, you play Akuma, Javier. I mean, how do you feel about this?
It's definitely gonna change the game. Like, I don't know exactly how it'll affect it until the game comes out and we all play it. I just hope that like it does bring down the Vortex characters a bit, and that it also moves up the characters that aren't so good with their their like ambiguous jump ins or safe jumps. So like maybe it'll bring up the lower tiers a little bit higher too, and hopefully like everyone kind of meets in the middle. That way everyone's viable and there's no more top tiers. But of course, we're not gonna know for sure until people get to try it out.
Well, there's
That's
always going to be top tier.
Yeah.
But I think not as dominant, I guess.
I think what he's trying to say is it's going to try and hopefully make the game more balanced than it is already. I guess like
right.
Especially because like I guess Capcom really wants this game to, at least Combo Fiends has said in the past, he really wants like certain low quote unquote low tier characters to have a good chance. He wants like top 8s at majors to be like any character could make a top 8 in a sense.
Top 8 to me it seems like top 8 already could be any characters. Like there's always a good variety of characters in any top 8, top 16 for Street Fighter at least.
I guess I can see that. Yeah, but I think he's
it's
more.
It's not like it's Marvel where it's like the same shit.
That brings up balance of the game though in the sense too. But I guess like he was one of the main examples. But he wants to see a T-Hawk up there too. So there you go. I mean, so hopefully the game we all know is going to change, but we'll see how it goes. We don't know until the we actually get our hands on the location test and we actually go out there and play the game. I don't know, Mikey. Do you have any thoughts? Like, what do you think about this whole delayed wake up option?
It's going to be really good for the defensive characters, I believe. The game was so strong in defense in the very first iterations, Street Fighter 4 and Super, and then they pretty much made the game more offensive, and now they're going to find... I think they're trying to find a median for that, so defensive characters are going to be better. Offensive characters are still going to be good, but not as good. So I think there's going to be a pretty good balance. Well, we won't see until we find out, though. Or we won't see until we actually see the game in play, so...
Yeah, we won't definitely find out till we actually go out and play the game, and we're hoping that at least you and me, Mikey, we're gonna go out there and play a Capcom Cup. So hopefully we'll get our hands on the game and get to try out some stuff and get to try out the new characters and things, and hopefully we'll know what this. We'll hopefully know if they're changing anything else, like if they're adding anything else new, like mechanic wise or anything. If they, let us know before Capcom Cup. So I'm still waiting to hear what the 5th character is, to be honest.
Yeah, and if you guys see us at Capcom Cup, if and when we do go, don't hesitate to say hello to us. Yeah, definitely come by and say hi.
Except Xsk Samurai. I'm just kidding.
Except for me. If you see me in person, please
run away.
Me be.
Run away.
Turn the other way.
Yeah, just turn the other way and run away. You don't want to talk to me. No, but
we made that mistake.
Yeah. And now we're stuck with them, unfortunately.
Yeah, you guys made that mistake, and now I won't leave.
Damn. I knew I made a bad decision in life. Fuck.
Oh no.
All right.
One?
Yeah. No, not just one. Just wait till you watch my match later. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But I could defend that in a way. Anyways, so, but yeah, if you guys didn't, check out if you guys are in the areas for those Capcom location tests, definitely check them out. If you guys are anxious to get your hands on the game as we are, we're very interested to see how the the supposed last version of Street Fighter 4 comes. So hopefully I get to see it on next gen as well. That's kind of like just a wish for me. I would like to see it on like PS4 or something, but who knows. Okay, as far as like the other kind of news the only thing else I found interesting this week is that with this whole as you guys know, the PlayStation 4 launched yesterday, which I'm a proud owner of one, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Congratulations.
I'm not a fanboy. I just like better consoles. Oh, shots fired. Anyways, Microsoft's Xbox One comes out next week, and we all know that Killer Instinct is coming back. Killer Instinct is one of the older fighting games that everybody loved, especially this guy named Maximilian. I'm sure you guys.
Yeah,
have seen his videos.
Yeah, I think Max. I mean, he's mentioned it like maybe 2 or 3 times. I think he has a video or 2 about it even.
Yeah, yeah. He seems like he's a big supporter of the game. Seems like he's a pretty big supporter. So, anyways, what I thought was interesting is that Microsoft is actually they're throwing Killer Instinct tournaments worldwide with over $25,000 in prizes. So basically, they have 6 tournaments in the U.S. They have one in Washington, California, Colorado, Texas, Florida, and Massachusetts. Basically, the winner of that will get an Xbox One console, all the launch titles, a year of Xbox Live, and a trip to Jacksonville, Florida, to compete against the other winners in all the 6 locations. So basically, this is going to just generate interest for the game, kind of like I'm not really familiar when Street Fighter 4 first came out, like because I remember didn't GameStop have like a huge tournament when Street Fighter 4 first came out, like
yeah, they did.
It was like a huge prize pod, right? And was it like any like did they have a bunch of like different areas of the country that you can enter in?
Yeah, a couple of different areas of the country. Like it was like New York, L.A., and a couple of other places. And I think the finals were in like San Francisco, and then that's where they flew out Daigo.
Was that Daigo and then Justin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Daigo, he didn't actually qualify, right? I think it was EO, the Dawson player, that qualified, but they still invited Daigo anyways because he's Daigo.
Yeah.
He's Daigo. It's just like Daigo will.
Daigo, son.
Mark my words, Daigo will be the final boss at Capcom Cup. I'm telling you guys right now, he will be the final boss. I'm telling you. Anyways, the only reason I brought this up is simply because in the community, this game is like getting a lot of like hype. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, Killer Instinct and stuff like that. Like, and it's actually, I'm actually like kind of happy that Microsoft is like putting the prize money out there to lure the players out there to play the game and things like that. So I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting with all the next gen consoles coming out that it's it's coming, and we'll see how it lasts. Me personally, I think this game is gonna last till Evo, and then that's it. But
you think so?
I personally think that Justin Wong is gonna crash this tournament.
I think Justin Wong's gonna win.
Justin Wong is gonna show up, win the tournament, take all the money, and then never play the game again.
He did that with Mortal Kombat. He did that with Mortal Kombat. Yeah. No, but I mean, I think it's a great way to gauge interest. Like, I know that it's going to be a lot of people wanting to play the game. It's going to be, really.
It's the first true next gen fighter.
Yeah, it's the first true next gen fighter. That's why I'm actually really intrigued. I did play it before, like I've said in past, and like I wasn't really impressed. But maybe they changed some things.
I have a question about the KI. Did they announce when like season 2 is going to start?
I am actually not sure. As far
because I know you said you think it's gonna last till Evo, but I think by them doing the season thing that will ensure that the game stays alive longer.
Oh, that's very true.
Because like say they play season 1 through Evo and you have that cast of characters. As soon as Evo's over, then start the next tournament season. They release season 2, and you got a pretty much whole new game that will probably be guaranteed for the next Evo.
Yeah.
So is that any different than like what Capcom did with Street Fighter 4, where they just released a new iteration like Super and then Arcade? Arcade 2020.
It's roughly around the same way. It's just they're doing it a different way in a sense.
Yeah.
Because like the game is free to play, but you only get Jago to start, and then you get like I think training mode and arcade mode maybe. I don't remember. And then if you have to buy the rest of the characters or buy the full game. I think it's a good and a bad way to do it, and like you said, Mike, it could be really, really helpful for them to keep the game alive because I'll have like season 2 on deck. Because I think season 1's supposed to end sometime like in January or February, but
or it could backfire. Like look at Injustice.
Yeah, that's true. My favorite game.
Yeah.
My favorite game is dead. But
they
Dream
tried
is
to go. They went with the whole season thing too. Huh?
the only problem I have with the whole Killer Instinct thing is I think that it's for a free-to-play fighter, which I think it's good that they're trying something new like that. They're trying something new with this free-to-play thing, but also at the same time, I feel like, oh man, they're for me as a person who would want to play this game competitively, I would want all the characters out at the same time. Like not just be like, okay, we're gonna give you these 4 characters if you buy them in the season, and then you have to wait like 3 months to fill out the rest of the season. Like, I would literally rather have everything like out the day one. That's just me. And then you could release a DLC pack of like characters, but at least give us like a foundation of like six characters. But maybe they're just doing things differently, and who knows? Maybe what I think is interesting about talking about this is just like if this pans out well, Capcom may take the same route, or other
they could go free to play.
Yeah, Capcom could do that. NetherRealm, like
That's actually a really good point you brought up. I think that's sort of going to be the next big trend for fighting games. I think all the big fighting game, makers, like you said, Capcom, NRS, or whatever, they're sort of going to be spending the next couple of years or so maybe trying to tap into that or crack the code of really doing a proper, well done, like free to play fighting game. I think that's honestly where fighting games are going to be headed.
I would like to see the stats because I don't know the stats on how like the other free to play fighting games are doing right now. Because right now you have DOA 5 Ultimate and was it Tekken?
Yeah, Tekken Revolution. Yes,
Tekken Revolution, and I think probably those are the 2 biggest ones out right now. But I would like to see the stats on like how many players are playing it, or how much money they made from the free to play versions.
Yeah,
just to see like how well that model works for the games.
But yeah,
see if it's viable or not.
I definitely think though, if Killer Instinct, like, if it pans out well, then don't be surprised if like you see Capcom and like these other guys take advantage of that and try to use that.
Definitely.
Because the biggest thing is like the fighting game community always has like their niche players, if you want to say, but to keep the scene thriving, I guess, at least in my opinion, you gotta make it. You got to make it playable for other players. Like, you got to make it appealing for other people. So, making it a free-to-play game, and it's the first true next-gen fighter. Most people who buy an Xbox One that maybe not be interested in it may pick it up and really like it, and may join the scene. And then that could lead in them playing other games as well. So.
Yeah, because chances are anyone who owns an Xbox or who buys an Xbox One on day one is going to download it because they're going to see a free game.
Oh, of course,
why not?
yeah. I did the same thing. I did the same thing with my PlayStation 4. Like, as soon as I finished all the updates and stuff, I saw free games and I downloaded them. It's that's why I think it's gonna be really interesting to see. Is regardless of what you feel about the game, I think it's a good thing that the game is coming out in the way.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really, really interesting to see how that goes. So, anyways, let's move on to probably the bigger portion of the show. We're gonna be doing some match analysis now of a couple matches that Mikey Xsk Samurai is in. Along with a couple of, one of our local players, JR, and then another match of myself. So we'll go over the JR Mikey match first. And don't mind the names on the bar, because before this was recorded, I was not able to change the names because I was at another station playing Marvel. Don't ask me why. Anyways.
Why?
Yeah, why? So, let's kind of go over. I don't know how you guys want to do this. You guys all probably saw the match. Mikey remembers. He played it last night. So I guess we could just kind of like walk through the first game, and then if any of you guys saw anything in the first game that stood out, just go ahead and let's get going here.
All right.
I might be a little bit behind because I'm watching the stream, but it should be okay.
That's fine.
But pretty much this matchup is in favor of Ryu.
And why, for people who don't know, why is this match in favor of Ryu?
His low forward has a very low profile.
Okay.
It's a very low profile move against Guy, and it it pretty much goes under his elbow, his air-to-airs, anything that he wants to do in the air. And his only real move to beat that is a slide, a standing medium kick, and maybe a crouching short, buff it into something else. But the idea is that the low forward is just it's so good against Guy. It beats a lot of his options too.
Okay.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was actually like a piece of advice that the Combo Fiend told you, right?
Yeah, actually, when he was like, you need to use low forward a lot more because, yeah, it's just so good.
Man, just
So
dropping
good.
Combo Fiend's name in there like that.
Capcom Fiend, man.
My good friend Combo Fiend.
Hey,
It's
personally, I think
it's-
name dropping is bullshit. Quentin Tarantino told me that one time.
here's the thing with JR's pressure. It's because I played him so much. I know where he wants to go with it. So if he's doing a short into a standing medium kick, I already know where he wants to do that frame trap. I already know what he wants to do. So that's kind of part of the result. But
Okay.
the idea is his short is really strong. His frame traps are really strong, but only to a certain extent. Because Ryu is so safe in his defense, all he needs to do is stick out a jab to stop most of his pressure. And you'll see me do a this is actually a tech that Sako and I believe Daigo use. You crouch tech really fast on a block, and then you do a DP. And what happens is it's very optional, or it's very situational in what happens. So if they try to go for a tech, you can tech. If they go for a short and go for something else, you DP them. But if they go for a short and it's in an actual block string, nothing will happen. So that's a tech that I've seen Sako and Daigo abuse.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure Mago abuses too, and Kazunoko.
Okay.
So and Banchan does it a lot if you ever watch his videos.
Okay.
So that's something that you do, and the benefits of that is it checks the player. It also says, okay, your block swings aren't true block swings, and it also gives you an opportunity to trade with that light DP. And of course, trading with light DP with Ryu is actually really good. You can get Ultra, you can get EX Fireball, you can get a lot of things Super. So it's very good, but it's not something that you should rely on. Obviously, it's just something that you should use to your advantage to gain information.
Okay. Well,
IM12 actually put it out there. He says, yeah, it forces them to have to bait DP, which is annoying, and having to constantly deal with defensive pressures like that, or defensive options like that. It can definitely create a layer of mind games.
okay. Well, since that was the first game, that looked pretty dominating. But like you said, you pointed out some stuff. Before I ask you some other stuff, Mikey, like Javier, is there anything that you kind of saw the first game that like maybe that JR could work on, or like what the mindset of this? I mean, I don't know if you know much, like what the mindset of this match should be.
I don't know what else he should do, like guy specific things. Like I know he was trying to work his way in like slowly, which is good. I don't know. It just is like I guess like he never made Mikey like panic in any situation. Like Mikey could just always just sit there and block a few times, and then whenever there was a small gap, he would just throw a jab in there to stop the pressure. But like I said, I'm not sure how Cody can stop that.
Actually,
I'm sorry, how Guy can stop it.
pretty much what you should be doing is putting Ryu in a box, and you don't necessarily need to pressure him. You don't necessarily need to go in and attack him, kind of like what JR did. Because what happens is you got him in the corner. That's a plus. As soon as he's out of the corner, you're gonna have to get into the corner again. And obviously, Guy is very strong in the corner. Right. But the thing is, he needs to give me an opportunity to stick out normals, and give me an opportunity to do something and make mistakes myself. But because he's doing pressure in my face, that pretty much excludes that option. So he's not giving himself enough space and options in that area. So if you guys go back to watching it, as soon as I was in the corner, he was just attacking, right? Mm-hmm. Which is good.
Right.
But of course, you need to create that box where I can't tatsu out, I can't jump out, I'm stuck there, and I have to pay with my life to get out. And he never really gave me that chance. As soon as I was in the corner, I just blocked, I waited, and I got out.
Okay.
So,
and then IM12 says that JR needs to pressure and walk back more.
yes, and that's the thing with Guy. His pressure is so good that a lot of players continue to pressure. But people forget that his footsies are actually really good. His standing strong is really good. You can buffer that into a EX shoulder. You can, yeah, like you said, you can let me with normals and punish. But the idea is he never really got to that point. He was always in my face, so that didn't really help him out too much. And on top of that, if you give, kind of like with Viper players, if you give him that space to whiff something or to whiff an option, kind of like a knuckle or a wake up burn kick, you let them kill themselves. And yeah, that never really crossed my mind. I was pretty much safe. I was not in panic like you were saying, and I was okay to go after that. I was very comfortable, pretty much.
Then let's move on to the second game.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew, yes. Okay, nice.
Speaking of Mountain Dew, did you guys know that Game Fuel's back?
Is it?
Dang,
Yeah.
now I have to go get some.
That's good.
Oh, nice pressure there.
He's starting to use more normals now. That was good. And there it is again, the low profile, low forward. Good trade. And once you see that little that wake up DP just on his box ring, it's saying, okay, you can't just always do a box ring.
Okay.
And I messed up a imaginary setup.
Imaginary setup.
And right there, he said that it should have worked, but I don't know what actually happened. But he might have used the heavy version or the medium version.
He used the jar. Mikey used the jarred special. Solar plays DP.
Just do it raw.
And he's starting to use medium kicks, but because I'm already ready for that, I already know he's alright. He's gonna start playing footies now. I'm already at that range where it's useless.
Okay.
And that's the one of his problems. He's and yeah, I play more than him, and I have a bit more experience. So when he's already on step one on step 2, I'm already on step 4 and 5. So that's where he needs to. That's part of adapting. That's really hard to do, obviously. So. And that's true, yeah. JR isn't really paying attention to the message that I'm sending to him. It's like you can't just keep pressuring me. You have to respect my wake up, and you have to make sure your pressure is either completely safe, or that it's creating momentum for you in the safest possible way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you gotta respect your opponent, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time.
And
You can't give them too much respect.
Yes, he does. That's another thing. He gives me too much respect, but that's because one, it is a bad matchup, and then two, he like you said, he does respect me too much, and it's like when I was playing Ryan with Dalsum a lot, it's hard not to do that because he's teaching me the matchup, and then he knows what I'm gonna do, you know. So it's like I can't really say, hey, you need to start doing this, and then if I tell him to do that, then I already know that, so I'm already countering it. So it's kind of hard. And okay, so especially this is one of his better rounds.
Yeah, it definitely was like one of his better rounds, and he was doing pretty much what you said before, keeping Ryu in a box.
Oh.
But he just kind of. Oh,
It's just crazy how fast the momentum can shift in the match.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was dominating that matchup, and
I'm not trying to be mean here, but he completely shit the bed on that one.
And I pretty much in that corner situation, he was at an advantage, but he didn't need to take a throw because I would rather take a throw than that full combo in the corner. And Ryu players are looking for that. So, and that's the mind game. That's the whole mind game of it. So if you know that he wants to go for the big EX Tatsu into Ultra, just block. But if I know that, I'll keep throwing you. So that's kind of like the mix up from there. And he was fine. He had a huge life lead. He just decided to do something else. And right here, I'm gonna tell you guys some things that people forget, and even I forget myself. Ryu is so good at building meter. He's one of the best characters. Him having EX Fireball is so strong. It makes a lot of matchups a little bit better for him. And so right there I had 4 meters. If you focus Ryu's Fireball, it builds me It still beats meter. So when you guys are thinking about focusing fireballs and just blocking it, think about how much meter I'm getting, or think about neutral jump.
Oh God, you just built a whole bar in one round. Jesus Christ.
Exactly,
Wow.
an entire bar on the last hit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, if you guys actually look at the block strings that I do, he builds a ton of meter very fast.
And let's see. I am 12 says, Mikey, you should try not to just tell people what to do, but why they should do it. I heard
Yeah,
I heard
that's-
Daigo say that.
Oh, nice.
Or name dropping.
More name. Hey, but it's Daigo. It's fine.
I don't care.
Oh, nice focus there.
And this is something that I picked up from Daigo as well. He's not recognizing that when I'm crouching, that he should be guarding, going down for a guard because I'm going to go for a low forward or a sweep. But instead of doing that, he should be walking back to try to footsie it because guy can footsie that normal. And from the Japanese guy player that I played before, if I stuck out low forward, he would punish me for the stand medium punch, or he would punish me with the stand medium punch to either shoulder. I would get into the corner. He keeps me in a box. I lose the round. And because he's struggling in that neutral game, he can't get there. So it's something that he needs to work on for sure.
Okay.
And definitely his wake-up game, as you guys can see here, I'm very comfortable with conditioning him, and that goes with
Walking the dog.
that goes with his bad habits of crouch checking. He needs to understand that okay, you can't just crouch check all the time. Sometimes you can backdash, sometimes you can stand tech, sometimes you can do something. Sometimes you don't have to do anything at all. But the idea is to get a sense of what your opponent wants to do and try to learn from it.
Ah, the stand tech. That's my special.
And one thing that what's it called? JR is really good at actually is spacing out his sweep, but he doesn't convert on it. So when he gets a counter hit sweep, he doesn't convert it. So he needs to convert that.
Okay.
That's really big. It's really big.
Okay, so that was just the basic set that they played. So I guess the first thing then, outside of what you were talking about, I guess let's take this back and kind of bring for JR, like, you play him a bunch of times, Mikey. Like, do you, what are some of his? I mean, unless you've already told him, but like, what are some of his like bad habits? Maybe the first things he should start working on that you noticed that he kept, doing in the match. In the set.
The way he switches, I call it switching gears. So going from footsies, going to spacing, going to anti-airing. The way he switches gears is a little bit too slow. So in order to speed that up, is train yourself to just stay on one area, and just focus on for that round.
Okay.
And then once you get comfortable with switching, say okay, like I'm gonna add on footsies and then I'm gonna add on anti-airing. That's something that you kind of have to build up and work up to as you're getting better. But he switches, like as you guys can see, I can jump into him at certain ranges because he's looking for footsies. I can sweep him because he's looking at anti-air. There's a lot of little steps that he's missing and little holes, but only because that comes with experience, that comes with traveling, that comes with constant playing and staying in shape. And so some things that he can do to do that is to continue to play more. Of course, we know. I think JR works. He works quite a bit, so obviously that's something that he can't really control. But when he has time, if he does have time, he should definitely continue to play, and just play anybody really. And you can. The idea is to play anybody, but make sure you're learning from it and make sure you're doing something with it, not just to play. Because a lot of people, a lot of players that just play casuals, they just say, "I'm just gonna have fun," play, which is good too. You always want to have fun, but even if the opponent is weaker than you, you have to find a way to get better, obviously. So that goes with getting better at a rate that you can get better at. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think when JR practices, or at least when he plays Street Fighter, he usually plays on PC. So he usually either plays like me, Cody, or whoever's online, rather than like he even said he'd rather play some of us rather than just play online or other random matches. So.
He doesn't. I don't know if he has an Xbox or not, but Xbox has pretty good players, exceptionally good players.
Okay.
But the the idea is to get Ryu in a box and force him to make mistakes, and he never really got the chance to do that. And that's just the very gist of it.
Yeah.
After that, there's frame data, there's setups. He didn't really do too many setups. He did a couple of he did the slide into a neutral jump mix up, but he doesn't condition me with anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I saw in a couple matches or a couple rounds, like at least the first game, and I'm replaying the match over for the stream here, but there's a couple times in like the first game, I think he put you in a corner, and then like I guess like he wasn't, he kind of started doing some pressure, and then he kind of lets you out, like what. Like I know that you're the whole talk about like the box thing. Is there anything else like he should be like trying to do like in that situation besides like? Oh wow.
He needs to be a lot more patient.
Okay.
And that goes with his pressure, his offense, and his defense. But like I said, that does come with the experience. One thing that he can do though, it would be more patient, is to block and to see what's coming. And you're pretty much gonna have to say, okay, I'm gonna lose this game to get information, because it's casuals. We are practicing. We all are both trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So if he does that in casuals or at our Friday night games, he will see. I'm pretty sure he will see a significant increase in what he sees and what he does in against our players. And a good example of that would be, okay, so today I'm gonna play against an Akuma player, and I'm just gonna block his vortexes and see if I can block all of them. Or today I'm gonna try to low forward under every single demon flip kick and see if I can low forward under. It doesn't matter if I get hit or not. And that's what I do against like Terry, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just constantly low forward on his setups, even if I get hit, just to see if it'll work in every single situation. And if he tests new things and tries out new things in casuals, I think that'll benefit him more than anything else. But because he's doing, I wouldn't say a flow chart, but more of a, how do I say it? There isn't really no other way to say it, but it is. He's just playing just to play. He's kind of autopiloting.
Okay.
He needs to really think critically and say, okay, today I'm going to work on my crouch checking. Today I'm going to work on my frame traps. Today it's always something to improve on, and that's what I like to do a lot when I go to our Friday night sessions. I say, okay, I'm going to work on doing these setups. I'm going to work on just having low forward fireball into a true block string. I'm going to work on using EX fireballs. I'm going to work on building a lot of meter. It's all those little things, they add up as the more you continue to improve yourself.
That is fascinating.
Oh god, crouch tech. Okay, Javier, do you have anything else to add to the match, and then we can move on to probably a more match that you're gonna have more vocal points in?
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna agree with everything that Mikey just said. All that really makes sense, and it does make you a better player if you try to implement that into your casuals. But I guess I would just say like a better term for how JR was playing. Like I guess I wouldn't call it flowchart, but I would say that I guess like he's trying to win. He's trying to do the best that he can with the tools he already has. He's not playing to like make his tools better or to learn new things. He's just, I mean, does that kind of make sense? Like he's not improving during the match. He's just doing the best that he can at that time
with the stuff that he knows already.
Stuff he already knows, right?
To clarify that, it's like, okay, my medium kick right here will hit him at this range. So instead of saying, okay, my medium kick isn't working here, I'm going to try a different button, he says, I'm just going to try to find it and press at a different time. That right there limits you to that button only. So if he said, okay, this button isn't working here, I want to try a little short. Or I'm going to try standing strong. Or I'm going to try to jump in at him. He never really thinks about that because he's so stuck in saying, okay, this button works here and it doesn't work here. And that's what a lot of players kind of forget. It's like you just can't say, okay, this button does this. It's limited to the player himself or herself.
Right.
So low forward, obviously that low forward is really strong with Wii, right? But I don't just say, okay, it's not gonna work here. I'm gonna continuously do it, test it out, and if it completely doesn't work, like for example against Adon, I'm gonna try a different button. I'm gonna try crouching strong. I'm gonna try standing fierce to try to beat that standing roundhouse. Anything.
Right. And just like specific to the guy matchup, if he does like the other version of the elbow where he actually like jumps forward and then drops down, like is it the same as if he does the flip one into the elbow?
Which one do you mean?
You know how he has the one where he like flips up in the air and then he can either grab you if you're standing, or he does the elbow if you're crouching.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's actually if you're standing or in the air, if you press the button at a certain range or hitbox, he'll grab you.
Right.
But if he does it,
I was just gonna say like, but can you also low forward the other version, the one where he actually like jumps, where he actually he does a jump and then he does the elbow like midway through it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you go underneath both of them.
Yeah, and even if he does sometimes if he does like a roundhouse too close to you, or like a normal in the air, he can still low forward. That's why it's so good. Yeah, it's so hard for Guy.
Gotcha. And then I would just say like the other thing I noticed is that he whiffed a lot of normals, like a lot of them. Like I guess he expected you to hit a certain button and then he was gonna counter poke, but most of the time you didn't do anything, so that just gave you time to react and then to knock him down.
Yes, and then a thing with that is that gave me so much information. While I'm standing there looking at his normals, he's not gaining anything because he's just pressing buttons, right? So it's either if you're pressing those buttons, gain something from it, or do something else. It really is. It says JR needs to pay attention to the message he is sending to his opponent. He is always sending an aggressive message. He doesn't seem to be ready to counter the counter to his aggressive message. I agree. It pretty much is saying that if a person says, "Hey, you can't play this game," and he continues to play it, he has to change up his game plan.
Right.
So it's a lot of things.
But that's all I have to add. Do you guys have anything else you want to put in before we switch to the other match?
Next match.
Oh God. Well, before we get into this next match, I do want to say that we did have an idea that it just didn't turn out because of scheduling conflicts. That Nick was actually going to have a match because of us to analyze, because he's actually getting back into Street Fighter. So hopefully in the next episode, then we'll have a match with him playing, so we can kind of like analyze his stuff, and then because he wants to play the game again, which is great. We need more Street Fighter players. So
yeah.
And I'm being serious here,
I'm excited to see the Honda Vortex.
The Honda Vortex. We want to see this.
I think it only works online. Under a really shitty connection.
It's the butt slam Vortex, man. It's too strong.
You should be able to FED your headbutt midway to do an Ochio. So like he's just flying in the air, then all of a sudden he dashes forward and he just does
the bait.
I agree. He needs this.
I still want Mikey to give Ryu his command grab.
So if you guys don't know about the command grab, so we all know Ryu's overhead, right? But what if that was a command grab? So if you do overhead, you can grab his head and make a standing animation of your opponent, right? Then you can do forward first and do a full combo. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, that's not broken at all.
No, it's not. I agree.
Alright, so next match then.
Okay, we're gonna run into the next match, and Mike.
Before we go into our next match.
Oh yeah. Oh go. Hey, I forgot. We forgot to shout out to our sponsor.
Shout out to our sponsors. So shout out to Marvelous Customs, marvelouscustoms.com. Go check them out for premium custom fight sticks, mods, repairs, wholesale modding components, and more. They're a sponsor of our Fresno's top player, Xsk Samurai. So
if they're his sponsor, why is he not saying this then?
He's not a salesman.
They sponsored him, not his voice.
But that was say Mikey's sponsored for his play, not for his ability to speak.
Okay.
Fair enough, I guess. Not for my ability to speak. What the heck?
Yeah. Well,
He's been
yes,
talking
we
a
are.
lot, so.
And also too, just a quick shout out to not really a sponsor, but our one of our tournament homes, our tournament venue, Gab Fitness. They've helped us out a lot over the last year. So, there's not much else I can say about them, but thanks for their support and wanting us to see us grow our community and things like that. So without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now. So
if you're looking to get in shape, you head over there.
Yeah, if you're looking for one of the newer gyms in the Clovis, California area, check out Gab Fitness.
Yeah, definitely. I think they specialize in
Real
CrossFit
talk.
training.
Yeah, they specialize in CrossFit training and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool place.
That gym's pretty legit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, the next match, and wow, turn that off, Mikey.
But
Yeah, he wants to hear Jared's voice twice.
oh no,
just mute.
is it echoing?
Yes, just mute it.
Yes, it's actually pretty bad.
Wait, no, hold on. Is it still echoing?
I don't know.
I don't think so. No,
Yeah.
it stopped.
Because what I'm doing is I'm turning off my mic so I can type, and then I'll turn it back on, and it echoes.
Wow. Let's get by.
So
Okay. Anyways,
Thanks.
forget this. Okay. So, anyways, guys, we're doing. All right. So the next match that we're doing is Mikey's playing another set against me. All right. So you get to see.
Ooh.
Yeah. Be
I think
nice.
that this is the one. This is the one where the names aren't fixed.
No. The last one wasn't.
Oh no, we're good.
But this one's good. No, this one's good. All right. The only thing wrong with this one, it says first to 3. I think Mikey and I played like 6 games because some people were salty. I'm not gonna say who.
Okay.
Some people were salty. There was salt to be had. But anyways, I've been playing Cody for the last 2 months, so I've been trying to learn the character. Javier's been helping me out, so yeah. So I'm kind of just interested to see what Javier's gonna say or what Mikey is. But I already have a good idea what they're gonna just do. They're gonna rip me. So anyways, let's just kind of go through the
there were only 2 people playing the match.
What? Wait, what? There was only 2 people. That was just like awkward. What?
Oh,
Well,
no,
it's because he said one of them were salty, so it's one of the 2 were salty.
No, you said some people were salty, but there were only 2 people playing the match.
Oh, we're okay. So Mikey didn't play Ryu. He played Balrog. He played Balrog. Okay.
Hey, yes.
So we already know that's your like kryptonite.
Yeah. Yes, Mike G. This is why you can also chime in too, because you play Balrog. You play Balrog a little bit.
I have the gimmicks, yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, my whole mindset of this.
Overhead dash punch from full screen.
Oh my god, the Mike G special already. The jump.
That's the test. That's the test, yeah. The full screen.
Yo, he
Yes, right off the bat.
See here now, I'm already trapped in the corner. See, my whole game plan is I'm trying to stay out of his jab and sweep range, and wow, that punish so good.
Fun fact. I actually pulled out my Balrog yesterday. When I was playing the AE players from China.
Oh, nice. All right,
The,
so
the jump strong throw still works.
and then I burn meter that I don't hit confirm. I suck.
And that was a good that round right there is a good example of me keeping him in the corner and just not letting him out, making him waste a lot of life to get out.
So what do you think of Jard's pressure right here in the corner?
It's pretty bad.
Hey, at least you're honest.
Here's the thing. A lot of Cody's moves and block strings are plus, so people will think I'm gonna press a button here. I'm gonna press. I know all that stuff already, so I'm not gonna press anything. Because what happens is he'll stack up the frame advantage, and I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, this is fair enough. So
Yeah,
anyway,
so it's once he does enough moves that are plus for him, like it kind of pushes himself like out of a certain range, which makes it easier for you to get out.
Yep, and in order to avoid all that, you have to use a mixture of movement and crouching and I guess you can say jumping to convince your opponent to press a button. And he never really convinced me. It was always the same block string. Okay, this is plus. I don't need to press a button here.
The forward strong block string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
see here, I'm just trying to apply more pressure and just trying to learn trying to do some frame traps. I know. I'm basically just trying to pressure Balrog before he can do this. Before I have to start blocking and then I get pressured. I know that's probably not the best way for me to play. And then, oh my god, like read. Oh.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll screw it up.
No.
So
Did you not see that godlike ultra punish?
Just a heads up to everybody that play in tournaments.
I listen to buttons. I listen to buttons.
hey, people. Hey, I'm one of them. So.
Hey,
but
it was a perfect time to listen. I heard it, and then I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it, and I did.
But the
honestly,
trick is
Spider sense
the trick is to sit behind someone so you can see their hands too.
Honestly, be prepared to play with people who are very knowledgeable. For example, very knowledgeable about abusing that kind of aspect of the game, listening to buttons, and also that aren't.
Okay.
So definitely use that to your advantage.
But don't rely on it.
If you guys actually watch or go to Gary Bree's tweets, he was like, "Yo, these guys are washing my hands." It's like it was at the regular player. Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so
That also
I'm
brings
not
up
watching
another
it.
topic.
I'm not watching it on Twitch. I'm watching it on YouTube. But are you gonna stop it at the end of the first?
Yeah, I'm gonna
game,
stop
or
it
you
after
can-
the first game. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that.
George just hit an ultra right now.
Pipe into the wall.
Okay,
What's he got
I'm
next?
sorry, I was feeling myself a little bit. I hit Crouch Fierce trade into Ultra. I thought that was tight. I don't know, but that was pretty scrubby. Anyways, okay, so basically the first game I got bullied. I mean, I won a round, but I literally just got bullied.
Yeah.
I guess like before you guys, I guess tell me what what I was doing wrong. I guess I kind of walk through you guys, but like my whole thought process is like, because I guess like the basic problem I have is like, since I played Rose so long, I feel like I'm trying to play. At least this matchup, I felt like I was trying to play Rose or Cody like Rose in a sense, like stay at this certain range and just try and do stuff that I know that Rose can kind of get away with, but I know Cody can't. And I don't know. I guess I was just kind of like, I'm kind of like still working on the neutral game with him, like trying to figure out what exactly to do, because I know that like people have said that like the standing medium kick is actually pretty good for this matchup. For it's a good poke against Balrog. I don't know. So that's kind of like my thing is like I was also trying to just apply pressure. So because if Balrog starts his pressure against me, like I'm already screwed in my mindset.
I have a question for you. When you fight the Balrog matchup, like why is Balrog specifically like one of your worst matchups? Why do you think?
I honestly couldn't tell you. It's just I don't know. It's Balrog's always just been a hard matchup for me. I just don't understand. Like it sounds really stupid. It's just one of those things. It's just like it's a mental break in my play that when I have to fight a Balrog. Like I don't know. It's just like.
Is it the jab that scares you?
I think it's a lot of it is the jab pressure. Yeah, the jab pressure scares me. Yeah.
Are you just afraid of black people?
I'm not gonna answer that.
That's a yes.
I'm not gonna answer that.
Well, here's the thing with this matchup, knowing which buttons to enter with and knowing the frame data. A lot of times you'll see in the match, I won't really go for a dash punch, and if I do, I'll probably FEDC it because it's very punishable with Cody. He can do the light kick, crushing light kick into a roughing kick and get a knockdown and get me out of the corner, or get himself out of the corner at least, or get me to the corner.
Right.
Okay.
He has a lot of buttons to anti-air with, and which you figured out later on.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Knowledge.
Yeah, we'll get into that later on. So Javier, first game, let me have it. Go ahead.
No, like I can see what you're trying to do, and like you had the right mindset. You're just like Mikey said, you weren't pressing the right buttons at certain spots, and I would say you gave up a lot of situations by doing like unnecessary bingos. Like I'm sure you were charging the bingo in case he did a dash punch, that way you could counter it, but I think you were just like a little jittery on your reactions, and you released it when he wasn't doing anything, and that led to like a punish that put you into the corner.
Yeah.
So, I don't know Cody, but I have a question for you, Javi. Should he always be holding like a Zonk charge?
I wouldn't say always, but like if you feel that like I guess like in this situation, if you feel the Balrog is gonna try to get in with the dash punch, then I would charge one, and whichever button you want to charge, like it kind of depends on you. I guess like against. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, in this instance, I was trying to stand outside of like street sweep range and stuff. So at that point I figured like I was gonna hold a zonk charge just in case I saw a dash punch or a turn punch. And what I do is I hold the fierce button, and then so that way if I can punish, I can punish with a jab or a short.
Right.
But I don't know. I didn't hold a zonk charge all the time. It's just like I felt like at certain ranges, I felt like it was important to have that, because then to me in my mindset, it's like, all right, so if the Balrog throws out a dash punch or a turn punch, and I answer with a bingo, it made me like makes him think like, oh god, this guy's already charging zonk punch. I don't know. It's just maybe it's just like a just to keep them honest, if they can't just keep throwing dash punches in and stuff like that. I mean I know Mikey's smarter than that, but I honestly I thought about doing that just to try it out and see if that was going to work.
Here are two things. I have one question for Javier. Can you, like, kind of like Zero, can you charge with different buttons at the same time?
No.
No, you have to hold whatever button you hold down, you can't switch.
Okay, two, they need to change that.
You know what they need to change? And Javier and I both agree. I think they are changing it. Regular Zonk is FADCable. Like, man.
No. I'm saying as long as you can hold, kind of like Zero, he does combos while doing light, medium, heavy. He should be.
Right.
I wouldn't see why Cody shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
He needs
because
that.
like if you try to switch buttons, the one you let go is gonna release a zonk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to wait for a button, and
Yeah.
they totally should change that.
That'd be awesome.
Is there any other character that has a charge move like that in the game besides Balrog's tap?
What is El Fuerte's like thing where he like,
his
splashes at you?
That's right,
Guacamole, something.
The guacamole bomb.
Quesadilla bomb?
Yeah, but isn't that one a charge?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
it
charge.
is. A kick button.
But I think those are the only two I know off the top of my head. And unless
Yeah,
you
they
count
changed
Balrog's tap.
Yeah. Alright, so let's move on.
All right, let's just move on to game 2 because we played like 6 games, so I know there's gonna be a lot of stuff Javier's gonna tell me. So, anyways, I threw out another unnecessary bingo, and then I tend to focus too much with this character too. I think that's a really bad habit, right?
Yeah, it comes from playing Rose.
I'm more used to focusing with Rose and backdashing, but Cody I'm trying to like. Another thing I can't do against Balrog is like I'm trying to focus your dash punches and dash forward and like jab you, but like you're already like
It's
really hard.
It's better to just do crouching jab into buffer into a medium kick Ruffian, which
Yeah.
Moroshi does very well. It's very hard to do too. It'll beat my crouching sweep. Essentially it might beat my jab or my dash punches on startup or anything that I stick out.
Okay.
And it's a very low
It's
risk.
really good.
See, in there I got baited again, which I should not even have dashed forward. I should have expected that to happen, but you know, that's
getting lit up by the sweep. Yeah.
that's definitely I'm getting lit up by. He's exposing I have no footsies.
Oh, you guys are gonna see some amazing
Oh
things.
God, no! we're gonna skip through that part of the match. Like no one. Oh,
No, we're gonna go into that part in detail.
Oh no!
That's what we're gonna do.
God. This is the vortex right here. This is the vortex. Like,
Balrog,
see, this is the Balrog vortex. If anybody has seen that, that is the Balrog vortex.
Oh my
it's not
god!
a vortex. This is you just ass.
It's because it's
It's not a
unblockable.
vortex. You're just ass, dude.
They're unblockable.
Okay,
Right there, you see how you did the forward medium punch? I didn't have no reason not to backdash because you were so far away.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really get any capitalize on it. So I had freedom to backdash, I had freedom to do anything really.
Okay. So, anyways, that was a quick game too. I just literally just got dominated that whole set. The whole game. You kind of just basically you had your way. You basically just walked me to the corner, and
Yep.
Okay, before you kind of just light me up, Javier. I guess the first thing I have a couple questions in a sense.
All right.
What buttons am I not using that I should be using, or what buttons, or if there's any buttons I should be using, I'm not, or like, or at the same time, like are my block strings and my frame traps are they just that bad that like I'm just getting bullied over like this?
It's not that they're bad in general. It's just that I don't think you're using them in the right situations. Like you're just doing them because they're his tools, but you're not doing them at the times where they'll probably hit.
I noticed Jard doesn't throw a lot of rocks in this set. Is throwing rocks something that Cody could be doing, or is that not recommended against Balrog?
You can. You definitely can.
You could, yeah. Just be wary that like if you're throwing them too much, like if you see Cody start to throw one, you can just jump in on reaction and hit him.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty slow.
That's another reason too. It's like if you can throw a couple rocks and then you can start using the fake rock, I guess.
Even the fake rock is pretty slow.
That's very true
Yeah.
because I think later on in the set I did a couple fake rocks and Mikey just jumped in.
But don't be like Jard and try fake rocks and get a taunt by accident.
Real talk, I did this in a match.
Really?
I did this in a match. The guy got hella mad. He got hella mad.
The best thing I've actually done this in matches. You do like if you knock him down, you do a crouch fierce and you cancel it into fake rocks, and then you do another crouch fierce into EX rocks into your counter hit.
That's godlike.
Oh, sorry, but like buttons you should be pressing. Like I don't know if I saw any back strongs at all, like for anti-air purposes.
Okay, so before let's just get this out of the way for anybody else that's watching. I did not anti-air really anything in this set. I didn't anti-air anything because I just didn't. But yeah, I
Because
know
you're
I should be
fast.
using back strong a lot. I use back strong, and I tend to also use like depending on what character and like their jump angle, I use a heavy kick ruffian too to anti-air as well. But basically, I noticed in that second game, I just didn't tech at all, and then I got desperate and I did a wake up ruffian kick, and it happened to connect, got out of the corner. But
I think I have two more things I wanted to say real quick.
yeah, sure.
You should also be using Stand Fierce. That's a really good anti-air. But I think you said that you charge Zonk with Fierce, right?
It depends. Yeah. Well, in certain matches, I do tend to just charge fierce zonk. Most of the time though, I do try to charge. I'm getting better at that because I noticed that like stand fierce is actually a pretty good anti-air. So I'm actually getting better at trying to charge a medium zonk, so that way I'm still have medium or jab zonk.
Right.
Hey, let's look at this real fast. This is Iron 12 about anti-airing. He says that people jump at you and you get free damage. But to be more critical, if you get jumped in at and obviously you block it, they get meter. And they get obviously more pressure. So that's something to really think about. Do you really want to have your opponent have more meter than you and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. Do you really want them to have the advantage? And sometimes in situations where like for example Dawson, he'll stuck it on normal and it's recovering and then they'll jump in at him. You can't do anything about it. That's the situation. Cody has his situations as well. So, but the idea is to predict that, anticipate it, and have a button ready for it. And that's
exactly
character approach. So,
okay.
If you can anticipate like the angles and ranges you want to jump from, and then like you change your Zonk button accordingly, like you'll be so much better with your anti-airs and matchups. And then the last thing I just wanted to add is that he hits you with so many wake up EX dash punches because you kept trying to do meaties or block strings when all you really needed to do was throw, and you would have thrown him out of an EX and you would have wasted meter. But I don't think you tried that once.
That goes back to conditioning. He never really conditioned me. I just did it. I said, I'm going to keep doing it until he throws me out of it. He never did.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's all I got.
Alright, let's go. Let's see what's... I want to see the exciting moments.
Oh, God.
God.
And then, Mike G, you play Balrog. You could say stuff, too, if you got...
Mikey's Balrog is better than mine.
Oh, I hit him with a bad spray.
Which is like negative 100. I still don't know why you do it.
hey, no, real talk. Someone did it at Wednesday Night Fights. They did bad spray FADC into a full combo. It was godlike. It was hella godlike.
Yeah, you can do that.
Give that man a medal.
See, I'm not using my. Oh my god, that crouch fierce was. I buffered that in the ultra. It didn't come out.
The thing I've noticed about Mikey's Balrog is even though he's been dominating you this whole time, that you're just ripe for an EX overhead. Like I know if he were to do one any time right now, there's no way you would ever block it.
You're probably right, but I didn't need to. I felt like I'm gonna exert my dominance and.
See, and I'm getting swept. I'm getting swept too much, and then like here's the problem. It's like, all right, so you're throwing me, and then now I'm afraid. See, these consecutive throws. I'm seriously afraid that like if I try and tech or crouch tech, you're gonna blow me up with a.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
Like you're gonna blow me up with a.
Jesus Christ, dude! Are you shitting me?
I
How did you get thrown that many times?
It's the pressure. It's the Balrog vortex. I'm telling you, it's the Balrog vortex. Okay, I'm playing out of character. All right, it's like because before this said the last time we played, I teched everything, and then all of a sudden he just started crouch teching, or he started frame trapping me. I just got blown up, and I never wanted to tech a throw again. In my mind, it's like I'm gonna eat a throw. I'm just gonna eat the throw, and then just hope that I can do something on wake up. So, anyways, yeah, I got basically steamrolled again. So there's probably nothing new that you can tell me.
Putting it lightly, steamroll.
Yeah, I just got steamrolled. What kind of I guess Javier, what should I be doing in like as far as like spacing in this matchup? Like should I try to be like keeping him at bay with like stand medium kick, stand roundhouse type of range and just kind of wait?
I would throw those out occasionally, like if you see him not charging and just walking around, but for the most part if he's throwing a bunch of sweeps like he is doing, you can focus them. And just release it once you absorb the roundhouse to hit him back. But it's kind of tough against Balrog. His normals are pretty good. If you were using rocks, then it would put some more pressure on him to play a little bit more unsafe or take risks. But you weren't doing that. But
Okay.
if you did do that, it'd be a little bit better.
What about that hop kick that Cody had?
It's not very.
Would that
It's
not very
it's good sometimes, but
It's
would
not
it go
good.
under the sweep
it would go over the sweep.
or go over? Yeah.
Let
Yeah, it
me
would go
let me
over.
address. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. It would go over the sweep, but I mean, once you do that, then you're kind of even. You're not really gonna be plus or even have enough frames to punish him. But I
So
mean, that is an option.
The forward momentum of it doesn't push him close enough to hit the sweep as like a punish or something.
No, he won't hit it. Definitely, he'll just hop over it.
Just hop over
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Occasionally he might hit somebody. But it's a big character.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think he even hit Zangief. Huh?
Like
Probably
if
not.
Zangief is like, if he's throwing a
Actually-
move, you mean, and like hop over and
when
hit
he's
him?
doing crouch tech. When he's doing crouch tech.
Oh
probably
no,
not.
it doesn't really. No, it won't hit people that way.
Yeah. But I'm gonna address this. What Anatol was saying. This is what I did what I did to get better at anti-airing is I tried to be more conscious of where I was standing. And you were saying that it's like he didn't know where to stand, and so I said it helped me react better because I was already with an anti. I was ready with an anti-air and I already chose my spot. So all of you that play Street Fighter, you understand when somebody does a jab, short jab or something like that, and then just jumps at you again. It's unpredictable, right? And you're like, oh shoot, and you have to block because you're not ready for an anti-air. And that
Right.
position that you are in, it's very awkward. So players have found an answer to it. For example, like Seth, if somebody does jab jab then jumps in again at you, you can do a close fierce. Abel, you can do a close fierce as well to prevent that. So definitely understand where you're gonna stand and which button works and why. Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
And that will help
And,
you out.
Cody actually has something similar. If they do that to you, just do like your close roundhouse. It actually hits pretty high up.
Oh yeah.
See,
It's
that's
not- I mean,
that's
it's
something
not
I
slow,
haven't.
it's worth it.
That's something I
Yeah.
haven't tried yet. I haven't tried. it
And
yet.
and jumping back jabs. Oh man, his jump back jabs and jump forward jabs are so good.
See, that's another.
Yeah.
That's another thing I never thought about even doing.
Yeah,
That's-
airs. If one thing that actually Daigo was talking about is like I can do a medium punch DP. Like for Cody, you can do a back strong, right? That'll be 60 damage. But what if your reactions were you reacted to an anti-air? That's 40 more damage. That's 100 damage, or that's whatever it is. How much the damage is. So and you increase your damage and your awareness and your presence in the match.
Okay. All right. Let's just move on and then move on to this next game that's going on. There's a couple more, and then I'm pretty sure that there's going to be definitely a lot more to talk about. And okay, so there. See, I'm getting bullied way too much into the corner, and that's always been a problem since I played Rose too. I've always
Yeah.
gotten bullied.
You know what? Playing is one thing. Watching it is pretty entertaining. Oh!
To be fair, all right. If
I,
you want,
I look down to send a message on my phone. I look up and Jard already lost her round.
hey, I threw my first rock of the set. All right.
And then you threw a second one and got punished.
Hey, that was a fake rock.
Right? The fake ones aren't that good.
Oh God! See, this is the part that I'm scared of. See, okay, he conditioned me to start teching. Oh, see, and then I threw a desperate ultra out. That was the part where he conditioned me to already tech because he threw me so many times. So now, then he's changed it up and threw a frame trap in there, and see, I just got bodied. See, this is the part where I don't want to be against Barg. This is the part that terrifies me about this character. This is the part that terrifies me. Is like Barg puts me in that corner, and I feel like I'm helpless.
And that insane vortex.
Oh, that was it.
I tried to ultra that. I tried to ultra that.
Hey,
Alright,
Mikey.
guys. What's that?
See, I told you hit Jared with a bunch of stand strongs for some reason. Like, I don't even know what you were trying to do, but you hit him like 3 times right there.
Oh, he was trying to be a tough guy and hit me with.
No, that's not a stand strong. That's a crouching fierce.
What?
Yeah, it's crouching
That's
fierce.
Jard
Yeah,
sucking.
crouching fierce.
Yeah,
Crouch
basically.
fierce?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And I'll show you why.
It comes later. Don't worry. So
You
anyway,
suck. Get off the stage.
we're just moving on to the next game, and I'm just getting bullied. Option select there. All right. So and then see, I'm panicking, so I'm throwing out EX.
Option select? What option select?
Him. The option select.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you option select. I was like, no, wait a minute.
See, and then
It
this
was a
is
lose-lose option select.
safe jump into a punished ultra. See, I'm playing. I felt like I played okay. I mean, obviously I played really dumb, But I mean, I felt like I was trying to work on stuff. It probably didn't show. See that?
Well, it looks like you're still doing the same thing each round.
Yep, yes.
If you mean losing, then yeah.
Like I haven't noticed any changes.
Okay.
Maybe
Oh,
if
and
you- Sorry, go
Yo,
ahead.
Jard is silent.
Because I can't
he
say
knows.
anything. I know.
He knows. No,
So-
but I was throwing out
No
sweep.
answer. You're jumping in free. So there's one.
I was throwing him a lot of crouching sweeps. Cody can definitely deal with it. He the last one he stuck out a crouching strong and I got counter hit. So there's a lot of tools I'm pretty sure that I can use.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I need to work on.
You can if you can react to
Okay,
the sweep, like
okay, hold on. I have to stop right there. Okay, so anyways, this guy did a turn punch, and I seriously thought I could punish with low short, because it's 3 frames into criminal upper. This guy does it, and he does a headbutt. Like, how safe is that turn punch?
No, it's
turn punch.
It's only
Turn punch level 1.
it's -2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You-
No,
Oh,
worries.
you
anything
can't punish.
anything
Unless you have, like,
above anything
French
like
super.
above like turn punch level 2 and higher is like extremely punishable. But the level 1 is fairly safe.
Okay, so anyways, he just killed me with that, and the next round.
And that's the old
Oh,
that's the
God.
old ST gimmick, the turn head.
Oh God, there it is. He did it.
The Xbox Live.
Mikey was fishing for that the whole freaking set, and he finally landed it. The freaking crouch fierce super. You know how he was feeling himself after he landed that too. See, now, okay, I put him in the corner. I don't know what to do. Like, that's another thing. Like, I didn't know what to do at that point. And see, I let him out.
The
And
thing is, you didn't really put me in the corner. We just exchanged a neutral game, and I walked under you. So and you're walking back pretty much. So that's something that you need to work on. Stand your ground and keep the corner pressure. And even then, like, yeah, you still have to respect my jab, my sweep, but you didn't. It's like I said, it's character knowledge. You don't know what buttons to press at what range. You can be buffering, crouching jab into the roughing kick. Be really good.
Jesus Christ, Jard won a game.
I won a game. Okay, yay. All right, guys. I think there's only one more game or 2 more games, but is there anything else that kind of stands out, Javier or Mikey, before we move on, or do you want to just like do it at the end?
You definitely have to go to. I know Event Hubs has a nice little
Frame data thing, yeah.
Yeah, frame data and have the hitboxes. Check that out.
There's
And
also an app on. I don't know if it's on iOS, but there's one on Android. It's called the Super Street Fighter 4 AE Pocket Guide, and it's got all the frame data from 2012.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll definitely check that out. The other thing too is I think Javier and I talked about this a while ago. I need to watch that Momochi versus PR Balrog match. Cody versus Balrog. Yeah, I really need to watch that match. I think I'm more just like.
What the?
Don't click on that.
Oh, shoot.
Yo, my mods, take care of that.
What the hell is this?
Don't click on it. Down
It's
here.
a YouTube video. I clicked on it. Oh,
Alright.
never mind.
Okay. Anyways, so let's just move on because there's
What
only.
was the video?
It was
I
an
didn't click
option,
on
option something. I don't know. Anyway,
So we move on to the last 2, and see, I'm like, that's the biggest thing is like I don't know how, and that's like we talked about this in earlier episodes, but I don't know how to adjust. Like, and that's the biggest part of my game that I think I fail at, and I don't think I'll ever like, I don't know how I'm gonna adjust or like get better at that at adjusting, like, because I'm doing it like you guys said, I'm doing literally the same thing. I don't change, and then again I just get bullied into the corner. I did hit him with a crouch fierce, and that was the second time during this set that my buffer didn't come out for ultra. So, like, there's a lot of things I need to work on. Like, I can already tell. See, and I'm throwing like I'm not hit confirming either. I just kind of like gave up in a sense. Like I didn't hit confirm, and like I'm throwing out like unsafe criminal uppers.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the Mike G special is real. Damn. Oh my
I know it's
god.
real.
See, and then now I'm scared. And then look, he just dizzies me. And then look, this guy is just toying with his food. He could have won the round. See, he could have won, but he was just dicking around, and I punished with the super. I still think he wanted the game to go to the final round. That's why he was just like, I'm gonna let this guy win the round.
I did.
Oh my god! See, he didn't even do ultra. That's when I was like, I know that.
See,
You also have to get better at hit confirming that his crack kick forward and roundhouse. Like if that hits, then you can add on the medium kick ruffian also.
See, I think this was the first game that I started using his roundhouse. Like, I don't know why. I didn't start doing that before. See, and then I'm just letting him kind of like bullying me, and then like, I got a hit confirm off the crack kick, but I didn't get a ruffian kick after. See,
it's kind of hard to time.
As you guys can see, I was trying to hit super, and I had super last round, right? Look how much meter I have now.
Yeah, he built. Oh, and I didn't have. See, I didn't have any meter to.
Free pressure and block string means you get meters, so definitely take that to your advantage.
See, and I get a good jumping combo right there. See, and I didn't option select that, so he can backdash all he wants until I can prove that I did it. See, now this is the part where so now I'm out of meter, and then I just did a really retarded ruffian kick there that I had no reason to do. So now I have the life lead, 50 seconds left, but he has full bar and ultra, and look at me walking back like an idiot. Yeah, like I shouldn't be walking back. I should be staying. What do you think? Right at that range right there? Like,
it's hard to say, man, because you don't know much. You don't know enough about the character to know where to stand. And right now you're playing. We're kind of like messing around, but the idea is to be outside of the person's range, and you know that already. I don't need to tell you that.
See, and now there's 11 seconds left, and I'm just literally waiting for a dash punch so I can freaking bingo and walk away. I'm waiting. God. And he just dash punched into super. Man, I was waiting for that the whole time.
I was trying so hard to do crouching first super.
I was waiting for that the whole time. Yeah, that was okay. So that's basically the whole set. I just got literally rocked. I lost 5-1. Hey, I won a game, yay! But
war, Mikey, war!
But he didn't even play his main character, so it doesn't matter. But anyways, okay, so I guess Javier, what do you got? What else? What? All right, if I were to go after the show, if I were to go into training mode right now, what's the first thing you would tell me to do outside of anti-airing? Because I already know. Anti-airing
character.
Anti-airing.
I was about to say that. Damn.
Pick a different character.
Damn.
Go pick a top tier, son.
Cody's the reason I picked Cody was not because of that. It's just because it was I like playing the character, and I have a lot of fun with him. So, anyways,
What happened to your Yoon?
my Yoon was so good that I had to stop playing. It was so good that I had to stop playing.
You mean after
I
I
don't know
rocked
what
that
that means.
ass with Honda?
It was a bad matchup. Anyways, no
Your
but
face
if I were
with
if I were to go into training mode, what would be the first thing I would do? Well, what would you tell me that I should work on first outside of anti-airing? Because I know that's something I need to work on.
I guess you should go and like figure out at what ranges you can counter poke Balrog's normals, because then you'll feel more confident about where to stand. So like whatever, I guess like the sweep, like see where you can stand to where that whiffs and where you can punish it. And then I would try to practice that buffer that Mikey told you about, where you do crouch jab, and then you buffer the medium kick ruffian. So if the jab hits, your ruffian comes out and also connects. But if not, then just your jab comes out, and that's pretty safe.
Okay.
So that's good. Like if he throws out normals and like you stuff the normals before they come out, then you'll actually get the ruffian too, and it pushes them back pretty far. So you're that much closer to getting them into the corner.
Okay. The only other things I have to ask is, like, before we wrap this up, is how are, like, I mean, I know Mikey kind of touched on it earlier, but like you play Cody, so how bad are my block strings or my frame traps, and like what else or like what are there other strings that I should be using? Like,
yeah, I don't remember you using close strong or close medium punch in your block string. That's really good. just do a crouch jab into close strong, or a standing jab into a close strong. Those are all really good frame traps. And I think the standing jab into the close strong is actually just like a 3-frame gap, I believe. So even if he times it perfectly, like you'll trade, and that it'll still be in your favor. You can add on like a crouching fierce if they trade, and just finish your combo anyways.
Okay.
So just try to figure out like how many frames are in between your normals when you're coming up with frame traps, and that'll help because like against Balrog or Bisons who like to mash jab, like if you know they're gonna mash and you throw those out, then you're gonna hit them pretty hard.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely take a look at the frame data on block on an advantage and see what you can do, because a lot of this stuff is very safe, and that's just a character.
Okay.
Yeah, there really isn't.
Well,
It's all
I know
it's all experiment.
Yeah, I know there isn't really like a set string, but I was just like, I'm more of a curious that if like are they like if my strings or my attempted frame traps are so bad that I should stop using them and go to something different, like.
They were bad in the sense that you didn't condition him to do what you wanted first. So it was just a block string just for a block string purpose. It wasn't gonna hit him. It was just to do it.
Okay.
And if you actually this goes back to doing like I'm was saying he's pretty much saying you can't really do the same block strings over and over. If you do that, however, and a good example is Daigo. If you ever watch his matches, he is so good at doing jumping, walk back or walk forward or pause, low forward fireball, and that low forward fireball will always hit. It's so crazy if you ever watch him play. That's an example of him doing the same block swing, but changing up the timing, changing up the spacing, and giving that message to his opponent saying, "I'm hitting you here." So with Cody, you can do the same thing. And if you watch Moji play, he will hit you hard, and he will hit you like he'll make a read on you so hard. If you watch my match against him, man, it sucked. he blew me up so hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so that's the character. That is the character.
Yeah, that's something I'll probably just get more on. It sounds like an excuse. I've only played. It is kind of. I've only played it a couple months, but yeah, I need to definitely like learn a lot more of the character. Right. I feel like I'm not even like a quarter of the way knowledgeable with him yet.
And that goes with learning a new character. And for those of you who are still learning your mains, and you feel like you've, in a sense, plateaued, there's still a lot of things to learn. There's still a lot of things to take advantage of. Mm-hmm. Changing the way you press a button, changing the way you walk, changing the way you move your character. It all makes a huge difference. And I feel like Jared has a problem with doing that because he's so used to doing what works, and then when that doesn't work, he doesn't have a game plan. So you have to be able to, one, change up your game plan. And this goes back to pretty much summarizing everything that we're talking about today. Two, adapting to your opponent's options and his game plan as well. And then three, knowing your character and knowing your opponent's character. That takes a lot of time. Those three obviously take a lot of time. And there's a mixture of adapting, there's a mixture of ground game, there's a mixture of everything in those three. Yeah. Definitely take those three into account. Oh, and do not autopilot in casuals. Take the time to take that to your advantage and learn, and obviously have fun, but learn. You should always be asking yourself why did this work?
That's something I really need to do, and I tend not to when I play Street Fighter like casuals. I try it and I'm legitimately like thinking stuff because I don't know if I haven't told you guys like either. It's like I didn't even do this with Rose, so maybe I found a new interest playing when I started playing Cody. I started writing down I've actually started making a Google Doc of him, of with normals, combos, certain setups and things like that, stuff that I can carry with me on my phone and stuff, so I can practice because I'm gonna start taking that approach, Mikey. Like what you were saying earlier in the show is when we play casuals and stuff. Okay, so this week I'm gonna practice doing this, try this setup or something and see if this works. I'm gonna really try incorporate that stuff. So
it's
next week I think I'm gonna try and incorporate some of the little things that you guys were telling me here, and then just see if I can just make that the focal point of my play next week.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun because there are two things about it. There's one, it's exciting for you because you're gonna do something new and it's gonna help you. You're gonna see if it's gonna work or not. Two, you get to show off to your friends and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. And to me, it sends a message. Okay, you're willing to learn, and you're willing to improve yourself by doing things. And JR is a good example of that. I've seen him evolve into a better player, of course. Not so much of the way he wanted to. Of course, he wants to be better, a little bit faster, but that goes with taking the time to play the game, and that's something that some people don't have, and some people do have. But definitely, it makes if you ever go to sessions or in casuals, it makes that experience a little bit more exciting and a little bit more developed, and you're not just there to just mess around. Because a lot of people do have that habit of just going to casuals and just messing around.
Yeah, I tend not to do that with at least Street Fighter. I can't say that for Marvel because I don't practice that game that much. I kind of autopilot when I play, really one-dimensional. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and take that for like future casual sessions and stuff, and try and like take one aspect and see if I can implement that the whole time playing and things like that. The list is kind of dead, Tommy. We'll get to that later
dead.
on. Yeah,
it was a failed concept.
We'll get to that later on. If we went to that concept, then I would technically be number 2 because Cody stopped playing. he stopped playing it. Let's be fair. I can't be number 2. That's just not right.
Which is where I come in.
Yeah.
Is that it for what we're covering today?
Yeah, I think that's basically it. I do want to just throw out a couple things here for anybody watching. That Saturday, November 30th, will be our next big tournament. It's called Central Valley Showdown Thanksgiving Throwdown. November 30th. Same spot, Gap Fitness out in Clovis. Main games would be Street Fighter, Marvel, Smash Brothers Melee, and then Blaze Blue side tournament. The new Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma. So that game's really, really fun. I know it's an imported game, so not a lot of people can try that, but it's a really, really fun game if you guys get a chance. Also, too, this show is going to take a couple weeks hiatus, so we will be back probably the first weekend of December, and we'll actually be on our new Twitch channel, which I have on the screen here. So if you guys can follow our new Twitch channel, Fresno Gaming Live.
You mean Fresno Gamers in Clovis?
Well, we'll get to that. we'll get to that later on. But yeah, if you we're gonna be moving the show to a new Twitch channel. So if you guys
that looks so nice.
So if you guys can follow the new Twitch channel at Fresno Gaming Live, the description is the channel is in the description there.
Some of us are getting killed off after tonight's show.
No.
Did you happen?
I have plenty of ideas for this is technically season 1 was a trial for us, and I have a lot of ideas for the next half of the show, season 2, and I hate to say seasons because I feel like it's a legit like TV show or something, but I have a lot of ideas, and for one idea that I can honestly say that I will say this now because I know this is going to happen because hell I created this. One episode, and I know Mikey's not going to be a part of this episode because I wrote him out already. I wrote him out of this episode.
He gets killed off.
I wrote out
He gets killed.
Well, no,
he gets killed off in the season premiere.
I technically well, no, this is not technically a season premiere episode, but I technically wrote off him, Javier, and Mike G out of this episode.
Oh shit.
I wrote no, just for this episode because this episode that we're gonna Nick and I are gonna do is gonna be strictly Injustice only.
So this will be about a good 10 minutes.
It will be about a good 10-minute show.
Yes. Jared, thank you for doing that for me.
See, because I care about the community. I care. No,
we'll tell you right now that
really appreciate that.
We wish you luck, and we will not be watching.
Yo, the real reason they've been cut out is contract disputes. The real reason, contract disputes. But
they were asking for too much money, so we were just like, best of luck in your future endeavors, kid.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, Jared, do you have the link to the actual event for?
Oh yes, I do. Here, you know,
we have a question in the chat. I am 12. He asks, why?
For the user for not liking Street Fighter? No. Okay, no. He just doesn't practice that much. But he plays Blaze Blue now. He plays Blaze Blue.
Who?
Cody.
Is he really?
Dude, he's all up in Blaze Blue right now. He's like, he bought a PS3 and shared and bought Blaze Blue because that's how much he liked playing it that first day. Like literally, he asked me to buy he can buy one of my PS3s. Here, let me get.
I'm glad there's a huge community, Blaze Blue community here in Korea. So it's really nice.
But yeah, here, hold on. Let me get that link. But don't. I mean, like I said, everything's in the early stages for our when we come back for the show. I have plenty of ideas. Everybody's going to be, back. Don't worry. I'm not cutting anybody amidst of reports.
Can we see the logo again?
Yeah,
Can we see the logo?
Yeah,
again?
sure.
I just realized, how you gonna leave me out of an Injustice?
You
Sure.
know why I left you out? Because
What?
you hate the game too.
You
hate
act,
the game
yeah,
too.
but you act like I'm not knowledgeable in that game.
You played Superman, so you're not. Anyways, no. I thought about it. You'll be welcomed on if you want to be a part of it. But yes, I have already other ideas, and as you guys can see, follow our new Twitch channel because we will be moving to that. I guess we can break the news now. So it's like after November 30th, guys, Alpha Counter's dead. I said it. It's dead.
Yep.
It's
Alpha
dead,
Counter's
guys.
dead.
Alpha Counter's
We're
dead.
jumping ship.
Alpha Counter
Because of
is-
Injustice.
Yes,
That's why.
Injustice killed Alpha Counter, and I apologize.
Injustice killed everything.
Injustice killed everything.
Rest
All right,
in
we
peace.
can-
It
peace,
has to
yeah.
do with Injustice.
No, but
Wait,
anyways,
rest in peace and peace.
yes.
I hate
I
that
still don't understand that.
so much.
I
So
So it was you that made that comment.
okay.
right,
So
guys?
anyways. Okay, so before we end this, I do want to say a few last things. Okay, so November 30th is the last Alpha Counter tournament. Okay, when I say Alpha Counter is dead, that does not mean Fresno's community, what we're doing, is dead. All that is still around. We're still doing Friday session danger rooms. We're still going to be hosting tournaments. We're still going to be streaming all the time.
Far from it.
All this other stuff. It's still there. So I just wanted to point that out. It's just we're going to a new transition with a new name, everything like that. I feel like it's a fresh start for us. I have so many good ideas and projects coming for the future, and Mikey's had some good ideas that we haven't been able to implement because of some things, but we're gonna implement that next year, and I'm really hopeful for everything that's going
he has.
Yeah, no, real talk. He has real talk. He has, and I can honestly say amidst the
Okay.
the frustration sometimes, he does his job, and I can't say anything we can't reveal his ideas yet, and I don't know if he still wants to go with it, but I think that we're gonna definitely try that idea. And
Did you go as far as to say
Yeah.
that he's the alpha and Alpha Counter?
I'm not about to go that far.
I am the alpha of the counter. I'm not the dash. Okay.
And that's why it's dying.
That's
Yeah.
what?
Wait! I have a video to show before we end out here. We got to show our promo video.
All right.
We got to show the promo video. Okay.
We're gonna cut a promo.
No, we have a promo video. All right, so here, let me pull this up really
That's
quick.
you by Marvelous Customs.
Brought to you by Mike G. One last shout out to our sponsor.
And Mountain Dew.
Oh wait, and Mountain Dew and PlayStation 4.
And Jack
Great.
in the Box Munchie Meals.
Greatness awaits. So anyways,
Let's give a shout out to Marvelous Customs, marvelouscustoms.com. Mods, repairs, wholesale modding, fight sticks, components. Xsk Samurai's new shirt coming up soon.
And
So you
stick,
could
and
look-
stick.
So you could
Gotta
look
plug-
and
gotta
stick,
plug the merch.
so you could look just like him.
okay, so do you remember?
God help.
Do you, do you remember the first time he cut that promo and he was so excited? Now he's just like, do I have to?
Dude, I'm like falling asleep right now. I'm so tired.
Okay,
Kill
anyways,
you.
let's run this promo and then we're gonna be done for the night, guys. Let's run this promo
Good night.
for FGC Talk and then.
Wait, no story time?
No.
Okay, we can do one. If you have one story, that's it. That's all we
No.
can do. No, that's
It's
all
gotta
we
be
can do.
good.
It's gotta be good.
You only get
It's gonna
one.
be good.
You only get one. You only get one. But let's run the promo first, and you guys can check this out.
MarvelousCustoms.com. Check them out.
I'm one of your hosts, Jard. Oh! Wow. All right. Who wants to hear me talk? Nobody. Because I'm a button masher at times.
It's not like
I said,
promo.
you know what? I'm a good friend. I said, sure. Mikey freaking screwed me over.
Hey guys, my name is Javier Garcia, and my handle is Cynistar. And find out what that character was abusing against you, or any bad situations that you didn't know how to fix. Now you can do that because now you're in training mode.
Who won?
Twice the Jard.
You both lost.
Hey guys, this is
For
Xsk
your viewing
Samurai.
pleasure.
You guys know me by Mikey. Test your opponent, see what they
Story
do,
time.
and then from there you can formulate your end game. That's even more minus. He wasted 3 meters and he. Oh, that was bad. Come on, 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
You yelled Fresno when you won. That's fucking lame.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes, all the way from Korea. My name is Mike. My handle is Eraldo Coil. It's funny how the game has evolved. Because back when Vanilla came out, everyone is calling it Super Turtle Fighter 4. I play Cammy, so my game plan is to knock them down and go down. Like if you're hungry and like you just like got $5 and want some food, like Little Caesars got like.
Yeah. Hello, folks. I'm Nick Conat. At least that's what it says. They don't want to spend hours upon hours losing and studying, matchups, frame data, timing, combos, and all this other stuff, in order to start winning. Hey, Mike, you doesn't have to talk.
We got another.
Wow, thanks a lot, Obama.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Mikey, I'm going to kill you.
Mikey, goddammit.
I'm going to kill you. You botched everything.
That's not me.
You botched it. We blame you, son. Anyways, okay, that was a bad. That was a godlike promo. And if
That was godlike. Whoever made that.
Hey, and if you hate that promo, blame Javier because I didn't make it. I'm gonna just throw that out there right now. But if you guys want to watch that promo again, there's the promo. So
share it on Facebook.
Share it on
Twitter,
Facebook, Twitter, stuff like that. Basically, yeah, that's basically the show. Well, no, wait. Does Mikey have
a story, right?
No, he doesn't.
If he has one. If he has one, that's it. We only have time for one, so if it better be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
we need the graphic.
Okay. Calm down. And don't worry, guys. Season 2 production, we got more production value. We will have better production. I promise you guys.
Yeah, because we're ditching Alpha
have
Counter
Paco.
production. We're going to FGC production.
Yes.
The
This
FGC
story
production
is
studio.
Okay, so this story was actually very recent. I think it was today. Before we started the show, I got into Skype and I decided to ignore Jard while he was talking to me, and I got
I'm loving the story already.
I got Javier to get on with me.
This is easily your most compelling story yet.
The whole time he was talking to us, we were talking over him, like having side conversations. He was so mad that he restarted. I think he restarted his computer like 4 times. He was like, "Dude, I tested Skype. It should work." And the whole time we were ignoring him and we were just talking over him. It was the best thing ever.
You know what? I only have one thing to say to you.
You're welcome.
No. That's not even it. You don't even understand. Like, you just don't understand. Like, I thought that something was seriously wrong. I was just like, what the hell is going on? I did my Skype testing calls and everything, and it was like, oh, man, this is perfect. And then, damn, I get trolled. And Mikey's like, oh, I was trolling you. And I was like, wait a minute. That means Javier was trolling me. Fucking ass.
We're supposed to get Mike G and Nick on it, but then they couldn't get out
See,
in time.
When I got on, Mikey was already out, so I was like, damn, it's kind of sad I missed it.
Damn, this is the part where you guys are definitely just like, man, oh god.
That's pretty messed up though, like that whole thing.
Is that why we're
Not
not coming
really.
on for
You
the
just
season
did it.
2 premiere?
This is why you guys have been banned. No, I have officially written you guys out of season 2. I've officially written you guys out. I have replacements for you. You guys know who you replace. You're gonna get replaced by some people. That's all I need to tell you.
Is his name Mike
We're not
Reyes?
gonna even. We're not even gonna go into that. We're not even. The viewers don't even want to know who I'm replacing you with. They're just gonna have.
No,
to
how about this? How about this? How about give the
Jesus.
viewers a poll on who they want out and who they want in?
By voting on the exclusive FGC app.
Right.
No. All right. Anyways. No. Seriously, that was your story? I was expecting something cool.
That was cool. That
It
was
was cool
hilarious.
for us.
Yeah. Look, Iron Toe says that was godlike.
The story of the season.
The story that was the story that typed Mikey's story time. I don't freaking believe it. Yeah, see, even Mr. Z would agree. That story was ass. Put him to sleep. If you don't have anything, right? If you don't have anything, we're just gonna call it a night.
And that's it for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna save my story for next time.
Okay, so anyways, guys, so let me just recap. You guys can also watch the archive. We basically just talked about the new some of the new Ultra Street Fighter 4 changes. Delayed wake up. We did some matchup analysis. one of my matches against Mikey and one of our other local players, JR, playing Mikey in a set. And then to close the show is like we did, and I'm going to show you guys again on the screen here. We have our next tournament, which is on November 30th, Central Valley Showdown. So if you guys play Marvel, Street Fighter, Smash Melee, or Blaze Blue, come on down. For more details, you can follow us on Twitter or Facebook. And then also at the same time, the last thing is as of November 30th, that date, Alpha Counter is officially no more. It's officially no more. We are changing. We are rebranding ourselves. We are changing. I don't know. I don't know how you want to say it. We're rebranding ourselves. So
We're getting a new gimmick.
We're getting a new gimmick. Yes. So if you guys, we're going to be known as the FGC. It's really cliche, I know. But if you guys still, like the stream and everything like that, please follow the new Twitch channel. We'd really appreciate that because that's where the FGC Talk will debut. It's season 2 on that channel. I will definitely be streaming on this channel on up to the new change. So if for anybody who else missed it, don't worry. I'll be streaming on this channel for more. But if you guys can follow that link, and then also in the chat, if for any of the local players that are in the chat, you guys can also join, or anybody else that's interested, you also can join that new Facebook group that I just put in the link. We're gonna start using that more starting December 1st. We're gonna be using that to while we transition to talk about like tournaments, sessions, and all that other stuff. So please, if you guys are local or want to be a part of that, click the link. And that's really it.
Yes.
Yep.
And now you guys are part of the Fresno Illuminati.
Yes, now you guys are part of the Fresno Illuminati. It's been announced. But I guess as season. Oh, go ahead, Mikey.
By the way, who came up with the name?
If I have to say you and say you're welcome or thank you, I'm going to leave right now.
No, you must say it on stream.
Well, we're all about to leave anyway, so I don't think it really matters.
Why is everybody undermining me? I don't like this. Okay, all right, Mikey did it.
Okay, Mike G, close the show. Just close the show.
Okay, Mikey did it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The one thing he's done for me in the last 6 months. Okay. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. I'm really not. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys really like the show. We'll be back in a couple weeks on the new Twitch channel. Don't worry, we have some new stuff coming, new topics, new different show ideas that I already have a lot of ideas for. Everybody on this panel will be back. That's been confirmed. I'm not cutting anybody. So anybody who's already asking, it's not going to happen. I'm not doing it. Everybody's welcome back if they want to be back. So
I'm not coming back.
Well, fine. We don't need you.
God.
I'll come back if you pay me.
Okay, Javier, you're out.
Wait, you're not getting paid?
What?
Okay, he's not getting paid?
No, you're not getting paid?
You're not getting paid?
Even Nick's getting paid, man. He's our main event guy. We're pushing him.
Yep, it's true.
All right,
I am what's best for business.
We're gonna lose viewers.
All right. Anyways.
Okay, me and Mr. Pibb.
Okay, guys. So we're basically done for the night. Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, and yeah, stay tuned. Like the channel, or follow the channel on Fresno Gaming Live or twitch.tv/Fresno Gaming Live to get more updates. Join that new Facebook group, and we'll be back in a couple weeks. But don't worry, I'll be streaming more too. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and everybody have a good night.
See you guys.
Take care.
Get the hell out of here.
Have a good holiday.